Okay, this is my video prediction for Wladimir Klitschko against Alexander Povetkin. Now, if any of you have watched my boxing predictions beforehand, you will have known I would have done a video about this a while back when the fight was announced and then got cancelled. And in that video, I predicted that Wladimir Klitschko would almost dominate Povetkin behind the left jab, and at some point in time when Povetkin took too much punishment, the referee would step in and stop the fight. I saw Wladimir Klitschko using the left jab. Every time Povetkin came in, hitting him with the right hand, and basically Povetkin really having no answer to what Wladimir Klitschko had to offer. That was my thoughts beforehand. I did an interview 2 days ago with the assistant trainer to Wladimir Klitschko, James Bashir. Unfortunately, this interview didn't actually get recorded. I thought it was recorded, it didn't, and it's unfortunate. But I got to ask some questions about the mindset of Wladimir Klitschko coming into this fight, and he's, as always, they've got a professional setup. You know, the same old things with Vlad, and training camps as good as ever. But my mind has changed somewhat about this fight, and it's very easy to go with what everybody else says. The betting favourite is Wladimir Klitschko, and a lot of people expect him to knock Povetkin out. I went back to look at Povetkin's fights to see whether I was being a bit harsh on Povetkin, and I went back and looked at him again and noticed that Povetkin's very good up close. He seems scrappy at times, but his best attributes is when he gets you against the ropes. He's a very good inside fighter, and Wladimir Klitschko is a very good outside fighter. Wladimir Klitschko is very good at keeping you at the end of a left jab, throwing right hands, and holding you up close. That has been his recipe for success through the various defences he's had as champion, and he's done that very well. I would say, apart from the VAC fight, his best performance was against David Haye. A lot of people expected David Haye to land the big bomb and knock him out. Wladimir Klitschko was able to use the jab, keep Haye on outside on the left jab, and use the right hand to basically, you know, keep Haye at distance. And it was a very good performance. I mean, Wladimir boxed very well that night and showed better footwork than I thought he would have. But now we're talking about Povetkin here, and I went back and looked at highlights of Povetkin, and you know, the Marcus Hook fight he had, where Hook hurt him in a number of occasions, but didn't get the decision. You know, I think it was Hook is a cruiserweight coming up to heavyweight, so naturally faster hands. Also, the speed he brings up from cruiserweight to heavyweight, and also the fact that Povetkin's throwing punches, and Hook is able to see those punches a lot faster, a lot better, because he's a cruiserweight, having to take punches from guys in his weight division, which come at him a lot quicker at cruiserweight than they would do at heavyweight. So Hook showed a decent chin, good chin, and at times did trouble Povetkin. And when I was looking at that fight and thinking, well, if Hook can hurt him that way, then Wladimir Klitschko, surely if he lands a right hand, is going to knock him out and clean him out easy. And it could happen in the fight. But I asked James Bashir this question. I said, Mr. Bashir, with all due respect, Wladimir Klitschko throughout his career has been criticised as being boring. He's been criticised as, you know, not bringing a lot of colour to the heavyweight division. And, you know, I guess that has been quite fair, to be honest. But he has been a role model for boxing. And let me get to the point. I asked James Bashir, in terms of Wladimir Klitschko's ability to fight on the inside, he doesn't seem to show that he can do that. His answer to fighting on the inside is to tie you up. Wladimir Klitschko's not one to throw uppercuts. Everything's straight, all his punches are straight. The hooks, He does throw, as he's shown against Eddie Chambers. He does have a good left hook there. But Wladimir Klitschko prefers the fight to be at long range, like I've said before. This fight comes down to two things. Now, Povetkin has short arms, and squat, and Olympic medalist. So he's not a bum. A lot of people call him Povetkin a bum. Teddy Atlas once worked with him, and the story was, from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, there's always someone on YouTube who will do that. The story is that Teddy Atlas didn't feel Povetkin was ready and didn't fancy it. For Alexander Povetkin, this is it. This one night culminates all he's done in his career. If he beats Wladimir Klitschko at night, then it's mission accomplished. If he loses against Wladimir Klitschko, then all the hype, because I remember years ago, people used to hype Povetkin up as the next best thing. He was the man who was going to beat the Klitschkos. Really, this is it. And I've got a change of thought here. I'm actually tipping Alexander Povetkin to beat Klitschko by knockout. Now, there's always the possibility, and it's a strong possibility, that Klitschko could knock Povetkin out. But, and here's why I have changed my decision. I think Povetkin's very good on the inside. And I'm not convinced of two things. I'm still not convinced of Wladimir Klitschko's chin. And I'm not convinced of Wladimir Klitschko's technique in a dogfight. What I mean a dogfight, somebody who takes it to him, gets on the inside, gets underneath the left jab, gets and starts ripping him to the body and ripping him to the head. Can Povetkin do that? Well, he's done it in fights beforehand. Can he get on the inside? If he can get past Wladimir Klitschko's left jab, and for a guy who's an Olympic medalist, for a guy, you know, who's short and squat, and not the tallest of heavyweights, I'm sure he would have sparred hours and hours and hours against guys who are much taller. The other thing I like about Povetkin is he can counter. He has the ability to step back and throw shots. He isn't just a come forward in straight lines, although he can do that. He has the ability to step back, counter, throw right hands over the top, and he has a sneaky left hook that comes over the top as well. A leaping left hook. And I still have question marks against Wladimir Klitschko's chin, and like I said, his ability to fight on the inside. If it comes down to a dogfight, I think Povetkin's got a bigger heart than Wladimir Klitschko. And out of all the fights Wladimir Klitschko's had recently, he's had everything his own way, to be quite fair. Bar the Hay fight, but even in the Hay fight, he had the fight pretty much under control. Povetkin won't be so easy, I don't think. I think stars make fights. Bottom line is, can Wladimir Klitschko keep Povetkin honest? Can he keep him on the end of a left jab and sting him with right hands? I think Povetkin does get inside. I think Povetkin does land. I think Povetkin hurts Klitschko and stops Klitschko, personally. This is it. He's unbeaten. He's fighting in Russia. And, you know, I used to believe that Povetkin was scared of Klitschko. I really did. But I have to say, I'm not. The condition he came in with his belly. I'd like to see him looking in better condition. But Povetkin has never been one of those heavyweights that got a six pack. But I'm gonna go with Povetkin for this one, despite a lot of people on YouTube saying to me he doesn't know what he's talking about. I just think I'm gonna go with the guy who I think's got a bigger heart. I'm going to the guy who I would back in a dogfight. And I'm going to back the guy who I think's got a better chin. So I'm going with Povetkin by knockout. It's not like Klitschko hasn't been knocked out before. It's not like Klitschko hasn't been down before. I'm going with Povetkin in this one. It's not the popular thought process. I understand a lot of people thinking that Wladimir will win the fight by knockout. I understand that. But I'm going with Povetkin. I believe that Povetkin, this fight is good for Povetkin. And if Povetkin wins this fight, I'm saying it now, you can forget about a Tyson Fury David Haye fight. David Haye will probably starting to fight Povetkin if Mr. Povetkin pulls off the upset like I think he will. You will be seeing a David Haye Povetkin fight much faster. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sure a lot of you will disagree with my comments here, but Povetkin's unbeaten. Yes, he's got short arms. Yes, he's looked unimpressive in fights, but I just think this is his crowning moment, and he's got the power to hurt Klitschko, and he's got the killer instinct to finish Klitschko off. So I'm going for Povetkin. Again, it's not the popular vote. I'll probably lose some subscribers. I don't care. I haven't built a channel, or I haven't got a channel here to get popular votes or views. I just say it as I see it. I see Povetkin win this fight. So yeah, and that was me watching more Povetkin fights. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out.